welcome to the Seroma Tractors using approved section. On my left here we have a MK40. This is a year 2021 with just 80 hours on its clock. To my right we have the RF40. This again is a 2021 and it has 130 and a half hours. First of all, we'll take a look at the MK40. As you can see, it has a loader with a 4-in-1 bucket. This is with the Euro hitch, so if you ever want to get any like pallet forks or attachments, bale squeezers, everything will just fit nicely on there. This is a dual stage clutch. It has 8 gears, forward and reverse, and it is a shuttle gearbox. Coming in here, we have our 4-wheel drive. Lift up to engage and push down to re-engage to 2-wheel drive. PTO gauge, this is 540 and 1000. As we come round to the back, you'll see you have category 1 3-point linkage with tow bar. Okay, so we'll take a further look. So as I said before, this is your dual stage clutch. The first stage is your PTO and the second stage is your drive. We have your handbrake and we have our PTO lever for 540 and 1000. If you just want to come around the other side, you'll see on this side, you'll see your levers for your spool valves and you'll see your lever for your up and down of the 3-point linkage. Just looking down here, you'll see we have a diff lock and we have a high and low and your 1, 2, 3, 4 gears. We have splitting brakes, so if you ever need to split your brakes, these easily come apart so you can use each independently. And then naturally the accelerator. You'll see up here you have a hand throttle if you say you don't need to use your feet, and we have the lever for the control of the loader. So we'll take a look under the engine. So we have our battery with isolator. Moving back, we go into our air filter. Now the air filter, there is a gauge on this and it will turn red when you need to change it. You have your guards here for your fins onto your radiator. Moving back, we have our power steering pump, down to our alternator, and down to our 2 pumps. One is for the hydraulic steering, and the other is for the 3-point linkage and loader. Moving around on this side, you'll see we have a compressor. And with this lever here, if you ever use power tools and you want to have an auxiliary tank, you can actually run a line off this, which isn't included, and set up for using air tools. We have our secondary diesel filter, and moving back to our primary filter back here. So let's take a quick look at the controls. So initially here we have our hazard lights. And this little lever here is your side and your headlights. Here you have your left and your right indicators, and this is your shuttle lever for forward and backwards. And to change gear, you must make sure the vehicle is completely stopped before changing to the other direction. So you just simply put your clutch down, push it forward, select your gear and drive. When you're ready for changing to reverse, bring to a stop, pull it to neutral and pull it back into reverse. To do this, you do not need to disengage your actual main gears, but it is compulsory that you need to stop. Here we have our hand throttle we was talking about earlier, and we also have a switch for our lights. This one here is for your plough lights. What we'll do now is give you a video of the tractor running and it being used and moved around. take a look at our RF40. As you can see, this has a loader. It's 4-in-1 bucket, and again with a Euro hitch. So again, pallet forks or anything, bale squeezers, anything of attachments will fit on this directly without any modification. We'll just move along now, and we'll take a look at the clutch. Again, I said before, this is the dual stage clutch. So your first stage is your PTO and your second stage is your drive. We have our handbrake, we then have our 4-wheel drive, and then we have our PTO, which runs at 540 and 1000. Coming round the back, we can now see our 3-point linkage. Again, I said category 1 and with tow bar included. This is our outlets for our valves. And up here you'll see there's levers for your spool valves here, and then your linkage here for raising and lowering your arms. This is the hand throttle on this tractor, and this one here is your high and your low. Your shuttle lever is here, forward and reverse, with 1, 2 and 3, 4 gears. Again, as said, the tractor must be completely stopped before changing direction. You may leave it in gear, but you must make sure it is completely stopped. As you can see here, again, similar scenario with your brakes. Both levers will split and you can use each brake pedal independently. Just looking down here, this here is your diff lock. Okay, so you see your levers here on your bucket, on your loader. You have your raise, lower, your crowd and your dump. And this lever here at the bottom, this is what opens and closes the 4-in-1 function of the bucket, if you wish to grab anything or use it for scraping. Okay, so we'll take a quick look under the engine, in the bonnet of this one. We have our battery, again with isolator. Moving up here, we have our steering pump fluid. We have our radiator grills for our radiator, and up to our air filter. Demonstration of how the tractor performs. If you'd like any further information on either of these tractors, you can visit us at Saroga online, or you can give one of our sales team a call on 01253 799 029. We look forward to hearing your inquiry.